How does a boy of Peruvian nationality get to know Hamilton, a musical that deals with the history of the United States with rap songs? How does the boy come up with an idea to put Hamilton and Animal Crossing together? How does the boy choose among the more than 300 neighbors available in the game? These 5 play the most important characters. And how does his channel get from having 100 subscribers in 4 years to having more than 18,000 subscribers in just 1 month? I am going to answer these questions in the first video of Hamilton, an Animal Crossing musical, behind the scenes. But first, thank you very much to the subscriber who gave me the idea in the comments. Make this type of video to answer some questions about why I made some choices in creating this project. So let's go. How I met Hamilton. Okay, I know, Hamilton was a phenomenon in US in 2015 and it was being known in other parts of the world. Well, don't hate me. I never found out about that, not even from friends or looking on the internet. It had practically passed by me without me noticing. So what happened?
You have to thank this man, Jaime Altozano.
A Spanish YouTuber who makes music outrage videos. He made in 2018 an incredible analysis of Hamilton, which I highly recommend, talking about the leitmotifs that accompany each character and their evolution. At first I found it interesting. I had never heard a Broadway musical in my life before, and I thought it wouldn't be my style. But once I heard it again, and practically I couldn't say no to this. A success that happened suddenly, but I am very grateful to have met him. Then, why with Animal Crossing? Of so many games that you could make this type of representations, I don't know, Minecraft, Roblox? Why Animal Crossing? Animal Crossing New Horizon is my first game in the entire saga, and I was excited. Playing it gave me a satisfaction that I can't describe it. The truth was I play a lot, and practically I just tried to decorate my island, until I began to see other people uploading videos, recreating openings, scenes from television series, their own sketches, thanks to the fact that they could put emotions on the villagers and the camera mode. So I said to myself, I want to do something similar, but the $1,000,000 question was, what? Like most ideas that occurred to me when I least expected, was sleeping one night, and I said, why not from Hamilton? Also, the movie on Disney Plus will be released soon. By this time, I already saw it, and it's beautiful. And people who, at the worst, had forgotten about the musical will be interested in watching this type of videos, in addition to people who like Animal Crossing, and the truth is that you like it. Once I had the idea, I only had to make the cast to know who will be who, and here we have a story. Keep in mind that I normally play Animal Crossing. Neighbors came, others went, and in the end I keep these 10. Also keep in mind I don't have amiibo cards, and I know there will be hundreds of different possibilities, and I know that not everyone will like it, but these are the neighbors that I play with, and I end up getting attached to them. For that reason I had to give each of them a role, and I was meditating a lot. Let's talk about the main 5.
Raymond as Hamilton. I know, he has a very uneven history. He's one of the new neighbors and many people try to have him on his island, coming to spend a lot of bells or real money for him, which generated that the other half began to have disgust and displeasure because he was everywhere. And well, I respect the opinions of others. You may or may not like the character, it's normal. And if you want to know my case, for me, it was indifferent. I didn't want him or hate him. He was just a well-dressed cat with colorful eyes. But at any time, I didn't start looking for him like crazy. So what happened? Well, let's say it was the work of fate. A day before looking for my 10th neighbor, someone came to the camp. And I said, well, let's see, I don't lose anything. What the... Seriously. Seriously. I didn't look for him. I didn't want him, and he comes out on the camping trip. And I also had another snob on the island. So what is the probability? So he stayed a while living normal because as the last neighbor he had to wait for another neighbor to leave, and well, let's say I start talking to him and he started to like me. I don't know, Animal Crossing magic? So I keep it, and well, the rest is history. Give him a role so important as Hamilton to a special character, it feels like a ring on a finger. And it wasn't because I wanted, it's because he came to my island. If it hadn't been, I don't know, Prince? Sheldon as John Lawrence. Many ask me why John is a squirrel. because I really like how he looked, since Sheldon was one of the first neighbors who came to my island, and he became my first best friend, since he was the first to give me his photo. So, who will better represent one of Hamilton's best friends? Of course, Sheldon. In addition, the freckles on his face are similar to those of the actor, so I think it is perfect. And yes, he will also be Philip in the second act. Stu as... I have to say more. He is a big and strong bull, not a cow. A bull, like... So nothing more to say. Oh, and he will be James Madison in the second act. Odie as Peggy. Okay, you will excuse me, but here I'm going to get a little fanboy. But since I saw Odie, she was one of the neighbors I loved the most on my island. So much that I got to spend millions of bells for her. Guess how much I spent for her? It was 8 million bells. Yes, I think it was a little too much. But I love her a lot. Also, her name in Spanish, Monica, is the same as my favorite character in Friends. The story behind her creation seems very beautiful to me, in honor of the granny who played thousands of hours at Animal Crossing. And because... just Monica? What was I saying before? Oh yes, why as Peggy? It's a role that doesn't have much prominence, and an important character as Odie plays it gives it a very striking contrast. In addition, she will also be Maria Reynolds in a second act. And oof, focus, say no to this, say no to this. Okay, the last one, Phil as George Washington. First of all, I know Apollo would have been very good as Washington, like a bald eagle emblem of the United States. So why I didn't put him? Simple, I didn't have him on my island. In that case, I had Phil, an ostrich that I found very funny since it seems that he had a superhero mask, and I like him a lot. Also, it was paired with another ostrich that I have, Sandy, and let me tell you, they make a very beautiful couple. For this reason, and because the ostrich is a symbol of justice and truth, I gave him the role of George Washington. Okay, very nice guitar, but why Burr, Eliza, Angelica, and are humans and not animals? Well, for several reasons. One is because this is a representation of the musical, and I wanted some of them be recognizable to the naked eye, like Burr. When he appeared in the first time, he looks like the real actor. Second, making a mix, there are very funny situations, like Peggy is the only animal of the Skylar sisters, or is the only human of Hamilton's friends, not to mention Burr, of course. Third, there are some things that can only be done if they are humans, like the fact of put custom clothes. I don't know why the neighbors can't put custom clothes, and you can move humans freely in camera mode to do situations like this, or like this, which gives more dynamism to certain scenes. And 4, some roles will be very badly forced, such as Prince as Burr, or I don't know. Although, to do this I had to create 6 new profiles on my Nintendo Switch.
Awesome. Wow.
And what about the others? Well, Prince, Tutu, Yuka, Elvis, and the other villagers I have left, they will be extra or secondary characters when I need them. And well, Elvis isn't going to be King George even if it hurts, because I need King George will be a villager for some special reason that I think will be very cool. And no, Tom Nook cannot be the King George, but you will see that soon. So I hope that it solved your doubts that why who is who, whether for my reasons, for aesthetic, for limitations, or because of fate. Last but not least, for those who don't know, I was on YouTube since 2016, uploading gameplays of different games, and in 2 years I reached 100 subscribers. Then for personal reasons I left YouTube for 2 years, perhaps because I hit my head or I was curious to see what would happen if I tried to upload something different. This happened. We are already more than 18,000 people on the channel, and the truth was I didn't expect it. I didn't expect it, and I am very grateful that a lot of people have liked these latest videos. Maybe thanks to YouTube, this time they recommend my videos, maybe for the recommendation of Philip DeFranco that recommend my second video, the Aaron Burr Sir. I don't know. But what I know, here we are for Animal Crossing or Hamilton right now. And I love it because I'm sharing things with you that we have in common. And I am happy to read in the comments that I have given you joy or you love to see their two favorite things together. Every time I see comments of happiness, I am also full of happiness. So thank you. Thank you to each one of you to join me in this great project, which I hope to finish in a year at the most. It takes a lot, but you have to enjoy the journey. I know that many want me to teach you the process of how I record and edit the videos, and I will. Just be patient with me. I am just one person who tries to share what he likes, so please, just you wait. So if you don't want to miss this and the next videos, subscribe to the channel if you have not already done. Here's my Patreon if you want to support me in the creation of these videos. Thank you very much to my patrons. And if you can't, don't worry, giving a like and sharing the video is enough. If you want to share a drawing or clothing code about the project, you can use this hashtag in Twitter or Instagram. Thank you very much again, take care and see you next time.